What's good, y'all? Good morning. Hopefully, everybody having a blessed day so far. But look, I'm getting right to it. This news line, this Lindsey Clancy lady, it's been going viral. It's all over TikTok. So this lady had three kids, and she decided to unalive all three of them before trying to unalive herself. She ended up jumping out a two-story window, and that I'll get into that as far as like later. But what I'm here to talk about is basically the support that this lady has been getting. This is the topic of discussion for me, and a lot of people are claiming that it's postpartum depression that women experience, some women experience after giving birth to a child. And I empathize with that, and I understand that those things happen. But what rubbed me the wrong way when I see this stuff online is the mass support that she's getting. They did a GoFundMe and it raised over $1 million. You know what I mean? $1 million for her GoFundMe. And I'm looking at this video and I'm blown away by it because of all of the people that's there at the courthouse showing love, clapping, cheering. You know what I mean? As she's rolled off, in the barricade or whatever, the motorcade. And it's just like crazy. In my mind, I'm like, do y'all not understand what just happened? Do you not understand that three innocent children lost their lives? What are you cheering about? You know what I mean? And I had a conversation the other day, and I'm just like, okay, you giving this woman $1 million. Why not donate this $1 million to research to help with postpartum depression? You know what I mean? What about starting a foundation in the kid's name? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm like really tripping over, because y'all rather give this woman money. And then if you go online, you see these ladies, I'm calling them crazy ladies, if you ask me, supporting her and bigging her up and saying she'll get through this and we got your back. They out there giving up little heart emojis with their fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, it's just crazy, and I don't get it. You know what I mean? But with the whole storyline, she had the three children, and I think the oldest one was 7, 5, and 3. I think those are the ages. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But she ended up doing what she did, and then she jumped out of the window and ended up paralyzing herself for the rest of her life. And now she's on trial, and it's nearing the end of trial. I think they both rest their case, and the sentencing is coming up soon. And they tried to play the insanity case. So my question to that is, if it's postpartum, because she said herself that she heard a voice in her head and it told her to do what she did, and if she didn't, that her and the kids' lives will be tortured basically for the rest of their life. Now, ladies, I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about this other than, surface level. Do you hear voices during this postpartum situation? I'm not a doctor. Like I said, I don't think so, though, in my opinion. For her to hear quote unquote voices, it brings up more questions. Okay, is this a deeper cause? Is this really like, some other type of mental health issue? Or, for the sake of argument too, is this just her trying to play the crazy card so she can get off? I don't know. But with all of those, reasons and situations and scenarios going on and all the cheering and all that stuff, you know what? 3 innocent children lost their life. And I don't see nobody saying RIP, nothing about the kids. And that's really what pisses me off the most, regardless of mental health, regardless of postpartum, regardless of all of that. These little kids they don't get to have life because of an individual making a decision. And, like, some people get their feathers ruffled when, somebody with an opinion like mine say something like that. But it is what it is. You know, I feel for the kids, and I'm not taking it back. I won't take it back. And until, you know, justice is served for them, you know, then I'll be okay. But until then, I'm not. And it's crazy to see all these people, and I'm not trying to be like sexist or anything like that, but it's mainly women because, you know, it's the postpartum thing and they're supporting another woman. It's just insane to me. Like, they all, if you see the video, I might put it up in this video, they're all up, clothes, same shirts, heart fingers, you know, cheering, clapping, when there have been 3 innocent lives taken. It makes no sense to me. Yeah, I just felt like I had to speak on this, and I don't understand it. I really don't, and I never will, because common sense has to come into play at some point. Sometimes it's best if you don't say anything in certain situations, and this could have been one of them, where it'd been better to bow out of the situation versus, you know, jumping on the bandwagon and trying to support somebody and give them $1 million. $1 million. That's like, you know, rewarding somebody for doing it. It is. It's not like nothing. It's like rewarding somebody for doing something evil or something bad, you know? And let's say, you know, devil's advocate, she is dealing with something. She still shouldn't be rewarded. She still should get punished. You know, there has to be some type of, you know, line to be drawn in the sand to say, hey, even though we can't have that, because there are other instances where other mothers have legit, you know, postpartum and harmed their children, and they serving 50, 60 years. No GoFundMe. Under the jail. Get the book. So, I mean, I don't get this. What is it? What is it really? What's the underline? What's the undertone of this whole thing right here? Why is it being played the way it's being played? Why are they pushing it the way they pushing it? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm asking questions, and you should too. But yeah, I felt like in my heart I had to say something, because it just blew me away seeing the way people will bandwagon and blindly follow something just because it's popular, or they really that delusional. So watch your left, watch your right, watch your neighbor, because people really don't think for themselves anymore. But I'm gonna leave that there. Like I said, this is a short video. Rest in peace to those children, and you know they in a better place, and hopefully justice gets served the right way, you know. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Peace.